We finally got the Halloween champs announced. I am super excited to take a look at them. So we're just gonna dive right into it. Before I get started, if you're watching this the day it goes up, there is a gem giveaway going on right now on my Twitch stream. Here's the details. You can check out this video for the details. Thursday and Friday, again, in very close proximity to when this video is going out, I'm doing a gem giveaway and a Twitch stream. And then at the beginning of November, we'll be doing more. But if you want to check it out, details in that video. But let's go ahead and take a look at these Halloween champs because I've been waiting a while. Now, usually when we get these patch notes, it means that these stuff is coming the following week. So these should all be in the game sometime next week. The first one is the Fusion Elgaius, maybe? Elgaius? Elgaius? I don't know how to say that. Elgaius is what we're going with. Looks kind of nunish, mummy-ish, sort of zombie-ish with the tongue. All right. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see what this character looks like the actual full skin, because Vergum card definitely catfished us. I think made us all a little hesitant to assume we know what a champ looks like. You know, we were thinking Triceratops with Verg, and we got fat iguana. So we'll have to see what this character. It kind of looks like a she, but I don't know. Have to see what this character looks like when we get in the game. Undead Hordes makes sense. Magic Affinity support. All right. A1 attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance of placing a block cooldown skills debuff for 1 turn. Chance increases by 0.75% for every 1% of HP this champion loses. Okay, fine. A2 attacks one enemy, puts the target's skills on cooldown if the enemy team has any duplicates of the target. Whoa, that is interesting. That is really an interesting mechanic that I have not seen before. That is really interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting arena mechanic right there. That's gonna enable you to screw with a lot of teams. Like, you know, there's a lot of teams that like to run like double Trunda and stuff. That's interesting right there. I have not seen that before. That is cool. I like that. A3, Ghost Rage, attacks all enemies. 75% chance of removing 2 buffs. 75% chance of decreasing all enemies' turn meters by 20%. Decreases enemies' turn meter. So it seems like this champ is designed to be like to shine when the HP is lower. Decreases turn meter by a further. So yeah, if you've got low HP and you use a skill, that's a lot of AoE turn meter reduction. Passive. How does the passive tie in all this? Prevents this champion's death and keeps them alive on 1 HP when hit by a fatal hit. If this skill prevents this champion's death, heals them by 10% of their max HP, fills a turn meter by 20%, places a shield buff on them equal to 30% of their max HP for 2 turns. Will not prevent this champion's death if they are under a block heal. So, okay, so kind of a Skull Crown setup here, but instead of just surviving, it's basically a 40% heal because of the shield. But we'll say 10% heal, 30% shield, 20% turn meter. And it'll be interesting to see if that gets affected at all by skill ups. If the heal goes up, if any part of that improves with skill ups on a 6-turn cooldown. Interesting champ, clearly designed to be used in arena. Clearly designed to be used in arena. Or Doom Tower. Because it's not uncommon in these game modes like Doom Tower for there to be waves of all the same character, right? So you get into a wave that's all someone, and you put everyone on cooldown to start the... Like, for example, the faction war stage that's all the Cephalias and Thenasals. Kick that off by picking one, the Cephalias or the Thenasals, and putting them all on cooldown. There's some interesting things to be done with this champion. That's cool. I kind of like it. It's different. I like different. I do like different. That A2 is funky, dude. That's gonna be fun. I dig it. Be really interested to see how skill ups affect that champ, but pretty cool. Pretty cool, I have to say. Little Miss Annie. Oh wait. Sorry. I've got it cropped out funny. Little Miss Annie, look at that skin. That's gonna look really cool. I bet. Of a new Void legendary. Lots of skills stuff here. Another Undead Horde, which it's Halloween, it makes sense. Attack, so we got a new attack Void legendary. A1 attacks 3 times. Ooh, we got some super, straight out of the gate, Fire Knight utility. 3 hitter with a 100% heal block. Fire Knight straight out of the gate. A2 attacks 1 enemy 2 times, more Fire Knight. Places a 50% increase attack buff for 2 turns before attacking if the target is under a shield buff. Will ignore 25% of the target's defense if the target is under a shield buff. Places perfect veil on this champ for 2 turns. If this attack kills an enemy, fills this champion's turn meter by 30%. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Seems more PvP geared, but interesting skill. A3 attacks 1 enemy, will ignore 25% of the target's defense if the target has higher defense than this champion, which I would think is a Void legendary attack. They almost always will. Decreases the target's max HP by 25% of the damage inflicted if the target has higher max HP than this champ. Will repeat attack a second time if the target has both higher. Ooh, okay. Okay. So ignores defense and destroys HP. And if both are higher, she does it again. So there's a lot of damage potential. Like kind of a tank buster. Kind of a tank buster. Interesting. First passive. Looks like we got 2 passives here. Oh, and an aura. Jesus Christ. When revived, attacks the enemy that killed this champion with the default skill. Also fills this champ's turn meter by 25%. Places a shield buff equal to 50% of their max HP for 2 turns. Cool. Okay, so run her with a reviver for sure. She comes back and revenges the person that killed her. Pretty dope. And then her other passive, each hit has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 5%, and 50% chance of decreasing the target's max HP by 5% of the damage inflicted when attacking enemies. Okay, that's pretty specific. Also heals his champion by 5% of the damage inflicted when attacking enemies. Yeah, okay, that's a lot. Heal reduction needs to be up for that, I guess, but whatever. And then a 33% attack aura. She seems interesting. Again, different. I like different. I like the revive passive. The A3 seems fun. A1 seems like she's going to be decent for Fire Knight. Some potential widespread utility though, but I dig it. All right, Narma, the return, another legendary, huh? Okay. She looks pretty cool too. I really can't wait to see these full skins. So she's Knight's Rev, Magic. So we've got Magic, Void, and Magic. Support, attack, support. And we've got attacks one enemy. 40% chance of increasing the duration of 3 random buffs on the target by 1 turn. I mean, okay, fine. A2 attacks one enemy, 75% chance of putting an attack break. for 3 turns. Also heals all allies by 15% of this champ's max HP. Healing. Okay, so we got some clan boss. We're shooting for clan boss utility here. It looks like. I wonder how low that gets with books. Even 4 turns, you get masteries done. That attack break can potentially be 4 turns. She may be able to keep that up pretty permanently. If you're running which you should, in most cases, be running a poison clan boss team, the heal is substantial. Debuff extension on the A1. A3, attacks one enemy, 75% chance of placing 3 poison. Oh, 3 poisons and a poison sensitivity. We finally got another poison sense champ. So she's clearly for clan boss. I mean, can be used other places for sure, but seems to have definitely been designed with clan boss in mind. And then accuracy in dungeons by 80. So we've got, she stacks 3. I bet you that gets down to 4 turns. It would not blow my mind if that lost 2 cooldowns with books. Man, yeah, she seems like a fun one to build around. Yeah, she seems like an interesting one to build around. Very cool. And then the last Halloween champ, masked Fearmonger. A Bannerlord. Okay, I dig that. I feel like that skin's gonna look super dope, man. Spirit champ, attack, and it's the only epic. The other 3 are legendaries. It's interesting. Attacks one enemy 2 times, decreases the target's turn meter by 7.5%. If the target is under a fear or true fear, reduces the cooldown of this champion's Taste of Despair passive by 1 turn if this attack kills an enemy. Okay. And the passive is fills this... You can't see it. There we go. The passive is fills this champion's turn meter by 50% whenever an enemy's HP drops below 20%, but that's on a 6-turn cooldown. Okay. But it resets the cooldown if he kills someone with his A1. Alright. A2, attacks one enemy, 75% chance of placing fear for 1 turn, 75% chance of a speed break for 2 turns, 75% chance of placing true fear on 2 enemies for 1 turn if this attack kills an enemy. 1 true fear debuff will be placed on the enemy with the lowest turn meter and 1 with the highest turn meter. Interesting. Okay. Fine. Well-used axe. Basic. Attacks one enemy will ignore 35% of the target's defense if the target's under fear or true fear. All right. And then Ascended. Same thing, but also places 30% increased speed for 2 turns, revive on death for 2 turns, and a block debuffs for 1 turn on this champ if it kills. So, okay, he's definitely gotta kill someone for his turns to really have a big impact. Seems interesting enough. Seems interesting enough. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm excited to see him. Nothing jumps out at me straight away about him, though. As far as like, ooh, we should do this with him. Like the other ones clearly have something in mind. Like they were designed with something in mind. I'm not sure off the top of my head anyway. And then Lydia. I guess we've got Lydia's official kit. I know they did tweak it a bit. So there's her picture. We know she's Dark Elf support. She's a faction war champ. I'm gonna try to get her all of her skills in shot here. All right. Attacks one enemy, 75% chance of placing a fear, 75% chance of increasing the duration of any poison sensitivity debuffs. And then attacks enemy champions with the skill whenever they place a free, stun, fear, or true fear debuff on an ally. God, dude. The number of attacks increases according to how many debuffs are placed at that time. 1 attack for each free, stun, fear, or true fear debuff placed. The first attack will target the attacker while all extra hits will attack random enemies. Man, she's just that's so problematic. that's such bad news for like Harvest Jack. You know, that's bad news for some of these guys. That's a crazy A1. A2 attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing a defense break and a weaken. I'm sure that gets up to 100% with skill ups and probably down to 3 turns. Also places strengthen and speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. Man, that's a lot. That is a lot in one skill, man. A3 attacks one enemy 2 times. First hit has a 75% chance of placing poison sensitivity. Second hit, placing block buffs and block cooldown skills. And then passive, denies enemy revive attempts. That is just wild. Works even if this champ is dead. If this champ, man, that's gonna be nice. I get so sick of the reviving, dude. There's too many revivers. If this champ is alive when an enemy revive is denied, revives all dead allies with 50% HP and 50% turn meter, grants an extra turn instead if there are no dead allies. If this champion is dead when an enemy revive is denied, revives this champion. She's wild, dude. This skill will ignore block revive. Yeah, she's wild, man. And then resist in arena battles by 100%. She's wild, dude. I know they nerfed her a little bit and people were freaking out, but she's still wild, man. She's still wild. No getting around that. Learning curve of raid. Oh, they're just adding a FAQ. Okay, whatever. I guess some new avatars for the bazaar. Cool. Miscellaneous classic arena rewards will now be available in the arena tiers tab and can be claimed by tapping the chest icon there. We'll add an indicator to show players. Okay. Fix a bug. Player to get incorrect notification when they're not okay, great. All right. So there you have it. I think they look interesting. I'm interested to see this dude. I really want to see her skin, and I'm excited. I would like to play around with her in Clan Boss for sure. This dude, I guess we'll have to get and play with and see. Nothing's jumping out at me. Seems interesting enough, but and then of course Lydia's just wild, dude. So let me know what you guys think about all this. If you're excited about the Halloween Fusion champ, who stands out to you here? Who are you hoping you get? I'm excited about it. I'm really excited to see these guys, what they look like when they're in the game, what the full skins are and stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think below. And that's it. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you